What's up, guys? It's your girl, Dedicated Diva. Now, in this video today, I will be talking about back to school, and it's not too late. Now, here in the state of Tennessee, today would be the first day that kids start schooling back again. Now, I would say if you're homeschooling, like me and my daughter does, it's year round. So, starting like a back to school something, it doesn't really make sense to us because we do it year round. But with homeschooling, that's the beautiful part of everything. You start whenever you feel like starting. You stop whenever you feel like stopping. However you homeschool your kiddos is however you homeschool your kiddos. But in this newsletter, I'm not going to read it word for word, but I'm going to go over a few things just to help you guys out if you are thinking about homeschooling and you may have a little some standing in your way. We're going to walk through some things. Now, in this little section, it talk about the back to school pressure and how real it is because a lot of people will wait until that time where their state start doing things, and then they start thinking about different things like maybe they missed out on a chance. Are they qualified? What if you fail? Different things of that sort. Failing in homeschooling is not a thing unless you just don't teach your child at all. If you are teaching your child something, well, I like to say you're teaching your child something every day. Now, when it comes to the books and knowing things from textbooks, there are some things that you may want to teach your kiddos, but to me, there's no such thing as failing unless you just don't do it. Now, when it comes to am I qualified? Yes, I believe you are qualified regardless because you had that kiddo, you have been guiding them through life. And so, why not? Now, in some states, you may have to have a high school diploma, you may not, but I'm going to get to that a little bit later on in this video. But basically, I say everyone is qualified. If you are around your kiddo and you have been teaching them things anyway and they listen to you, you are overqualified. Now, we're going to scroll down a little bit. Before you buy anything, there are some things that you just want to keep in the back of your mind. Like, what type of learner is your kiddo? Maybe your kiddo like being on a computer. Maybe they don't. Maybe you want them where they have textbooks. You can buy those different things off of Amazon. Now, I come up with a list of things that you guys can get off of Amazon or Walmart.com, but you want to find out what type of learner your kiddo is. For instance, I like seeing stuff. The more I can see something and someone is showing me how to do something, I learn better like that. I don't learn at my best when I just have to constantly read over things because I'm not physically seeing it being done or how it's being done. So that's one thing you want to think about. Something else you want to think about is what is your family's priority? I know a few years back, I used to have to help my mom all the time, and she had doctor's appointments. It seemed like every other week she had some type of doctor's appointment. And so I know that I needed to put that on the calendar. I know that's something that has to be done. So you want to think about if there's any vacations, any type of doctor's appointment, anything coming up, and you want to make sure you keep a mental note of that or take down a mental note of the things that are going on so you know how your homeschooling day will look. Another thing is how much time can you realistically dedicate to each day? Now, a lot of people, they will go by state standards and say, well, I have to put toward set amount of hours, just say, for instance, 6 to 7 hours toward homeschooling. Realistically, when you look at a regular brick and mortar school, they don't do that. Your kiddos have time enough to sit in each class to do work or to do some type of something. They may have time where they can socialize back and forth. They may have a lunch, different things like that. So you don't want them doing something that whole entire day trying to force them Monday through Friday, or you can do whatever you want to do. But when me and my daughter began homeschooling, our day looked at something like we would get up around 7:30 in the morning, eat breakfast. We would talk through some things, and then we would get into certain subjects on certain days, or we would do so much in one day. I let her go off, do whatever she's doing. Her chores would be like the extracurricular things, and we would come back together cooking. Us cooking together would be like a little cooking class, and I'm teaching her, walking her through different things like we do in our regular everyday life. Those are some things that you may want to think about or you could think about. Now, your simple back to school homeschooling checklist could look something like You want to always make sure that you learn your state's homeschooling requirements. Now, a little bit farther down in this, I'm going to show you where you can click to see this at. But you want to learn your state's homeschooling requirements because you want to always make sure you are in those requirements, no matter if you're doing it like the independent route or you're going through an umbrella school or you're choosing your own method. You want to know what those requirements are. You want to decide when your school year will begin. And like I told you guys lately, our me and my daughter's homeschooling year, it's been year round. It's like literally every day she's being taught something in some type of way, whether she's writing something down in a workbook on paper or is something we found online, some type of educational video, some type of gist like that. It's something always going through her brain. Now, when it comes to choosing a curriculum, you want to think about if you want to go the route where you're choosing a curriculum where it's paid or where it's free, or you can just go through exploring each one of those ways. Now, there are some free curriculums online and there are some paid ones, and I will be coming up in the next video with a few of those for you guys if you guys are looking for something like that. You want to also set up a learning space. So you want to have a dedicated space when your kiddo wants to sit down to kind of write and different things of that sort. You don't want it where you have to smack all of the toys out of the way or you got to push the phone and its tablet out of the way. Have a nice little section where it will be ideal for them to go sit down, chill. They know that that's their chill space where they can go in and have their little learning time if they want to go sit down, read books and different things of that sort. Next, you want to create a flexible daily routine. Now, I would say do this, but very loosely because all of us, in some type of way, we have a routine. But when it comes to learning, you want to have a little something they can do. So you don't want to basically have it where you tell them, oh, whatever you want to go sit down, whatever you want to go do, you can do it. Now, if your kids are of a certain age, of course, you can probably do that. But smaller kids, you have to set up some type of daily routine just so they can get into the gist of doing everything. So they know it's just not a free fall and they're not learning anything. It's where they go sit down and play with their little snacks. You want to have some type of routine when your kiddos are on the younger side or if you are just beginning because you don't want your child to feel like this is just a free fall and they never learn anything. You go back over something and they don't know what you're talking about. That's when you know you need some type of routine. And this may go for some older kiddos, but younger kiddos, you want some type of flexible daily routine. And the last one, you want to give yourself permission to adjust as you go. Homeschooling is, well, I don't want to say what it is, but my homeschooling looks like over time, if it's something that my daughter don't understand, we'll go back to it. If it's maybe around a time of day that we're doing something and she just is not vibing with that time or it seems like everything is going against us at that time, you just adjust as you go. And you yourself don't put so much pressure on yourself. Remember, progress over perfection. You just need to be present. No matter if you're having an amazing day or you having one of those days where you're looking at whatever curriculum that they're going over and you're looking at it like, I don't understand any of this. As a parent, as a sister, helping out with any type of schoolwork, homework, and I'm doing my air quotation marks, it's going to be some of those times where you don't understand. You seem just as confused as your child. Your child may know a little bit more than you do. It's okay. Both of you all are growing and going through this journey. So don't pressure yourself. Now, a challenge for this week. I want you to do one thing today that moves you a step closer to homeschooling. That may be researching your state homeschooling laws. You may want to order your first curriculum. It can be free or paid. You may want to join a homeschooling group. Now, I will show you guys where you guys can get over to my Discord. You may want to create a simple lesson plan. You may want to have a conversation with your spouse. And basically, you just want to declare that this year will be the year that you and your kiddos will go on that journey. One step is all it takes to begin. Now, if you want to go through with the research in your state homeschooling laws, Here on Substack, now I did a right click and I'm opening this up in a new tab. On Substack, I also have this. It's your homeschooling resource sheet. Now, it is a Google sheet, so you have to click here to get it. And this basically is just showing you what's inside of that Google Doc. So the state is in the first column. The second column is the state's website. And the third column is the homeschooling, like the education side of your state. So as you guys can see, a lot of them I didn't shorten down like I did this one, so you guys can see the whole entire link. Or you guys can click here for that Google sheet. Now, once you guys do that, you guys will come over to this page here. As you guys can see, you guys just say, for instance, if you stay in, just like I stay in Tennessee, I have to fix this. But just say you guys stay in Tennessee. This is what it's showing you. So this is the page, independent homeschooling. They have a video on how to register for independent homeschooling. They have the church related. They have a video here. And so this is basically what everything looks like. We have one for Texas, just to show you guys things are actually here. So in Texas, they had talk about homeschooling, court ruling, transferring to a public school, graduation, and resources here. So I can't put more on these websites because these websites are for your state. But whatever these links take you to is for homeschooling in that state. Let's see. Let's click into Florida. Their homeschooling, just to show you guys things are actually here. I took my time out to pull each one of these for you guys, homeschooling families. And they have by grades, steps on getting started with homeschooling. So that's there. And please make sure when you are in this resource sheet, please make sure you are clicking on your state, because your state is the only thing that matters. If you are moving, you click on the state that you're currently in and the state that you are moving to. Please don't click in anywhere else, because that may not be the thing for your state, which 9 times out of 10 is not. So when you click that link here, it brings you to this page here, and then you will be able to click in that Google Doc and find your state and find your homeschooling laws. Remember, you are never doing this alone. I'm going to let you guys read over this. This is my homeschooling community. So if you guys click here, you guys will come over to my Discord. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me let me know, guys, what you want me to go over. If you think I'm missing anything, if I promised you guys something and you didn't see it, if you think I need to remember something, put it down in the comment section below. Here are all of my additional links. So we have my link tree. If you guys click that, it'll bring you guys over to my link tree. This is everything homeschooling. The Discord group that's here. My Go collab for my homeschooling minute. I'm going to show you guys inside of that also in an upcoming video. And this is the link for my homeschooling hub over on Facebook. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. This will be pinned in the comment section below for you guys. I'll see you guys.